Hello my dear students, welcome to computer science class. Let us continue with our chapter, that is word processing. So here in this video class we shall discuss about the format menu. So what exactly the formatting is? Formatting is nothing but it will allow you to change the appearance of the text. You can add the font size, you can change the font style, coloring. Okay, you can apply the different formattings like bold, italics, underline. You can make the changes to the appearance of the text. That is what is the formatting. Suppose if you want to perform any formatting to the text, first we need to select the text on which we need to perform the formatting, so that we can change the font style, its size. We can even apply the underline, make the text bold, italics. So formatting will apply to that particular selection, the text which we have selected. Now suppose what if we have not selected the text and we choose any of these formatting options, then the formatting will apply to the next text what we are going to type further. Fine. So that is what is the formatting. So we have an option that is font and style, that would allow you to change the font size, okay, its style and the color of the text we can change. The next option under the format menu we have is the superscript. What is the superscript? It's a character that is half the height of your standard character and that has been printed higher than the rest of the text. That means this superscript has been needed whenever we are creating any equations in, okay, or any mathematical equations or the expressions if we want to write, then we need the superscript. Similarly, we do have also an option that is subscript. What is this subscript? It's a character that are the half of the height of your standard character, but it has been printed lower than the rest of the text, whereas the superscript, it is printed higher than the text. If you can see here the example, alright, that is x raised to 2. Herein we have the subscript, that is H2O. Fine. I hope you are able to understand the difference between the superscript and the subscript. Next we have the option is the paragraph. This paragraph will lets you to set the default alignment and indentation. Okay, in the paragraph, okay, you can give the line spacing, you can give, and how much space you need to before you begin the paragraph. Okay, you can change the left and right indentations. All those options we can see under the option that is paragraph. Next we have the line spacing. As I discussed, it will allow you for the for having a double or the single line spacing between the lines in the paragraph. Next we have the different options here, that is the leaders. Leaders are those characters that appear when the tab key is being pressed and useful for setting up the table of contents, list of tables or list of figures. These all options what I am discussing now, I'll be showing it practically. Fine. Next we have the option that is borders and shading. Suppose if you are designing any on a page, okay, cover page if you are designing or something, then you can have the borders and the shading. Okay, then shading would help you to change the color of the paper itself within the selection. See, either you can change the color of the paper, entire document you can change, or you can select a particular text only, you can apply the shading for that content also. On the shading tab, you can even set a shading pattern for the background also. There are different kinds of shading patterns you can choose for. Next we have the bullets. See, bullets are the small graphics, okay, that may appear at the beginning in order to list the items. Suppose if you have more than 5 to 10 to list the items in your document, then you can go for the bullets. Now here the bullets might be in the small graphics, or it might be in the number format also, or any picture images also you can make the bullets. The next option here we have is the columns. See, in a document I can have 1 column, 2 column, 3 column, depending upon your needs and requirement. It would help you to create a document with multiple columns by optionally with a dividing a line between those different columns. So all these options Let us see practically. Okay, fine. Now here is our Word document onto which I'm going to show you the formatting options. So in the home page, see, earlier versions we had a separate like format menu, how we have home, insert, page layout, references, mailings, review, weave tabs we are having like this. We had a format tab. Under this we had all these options, but since it's the latest different versions we have in the MS Word, under the home tab itself we have the formatting tab here, all the different formatting options we are having. So let me show you. Now I'll be selecting this particular paragraph here. There is some content over here. Okay, I'll be collecting. Now this is how I can change the different formatting style. Can you see the changes? As in when you're moving on to the different kinds of, apart from we have so many different kinds of, font styles we are having. In this, you can choose any one of your desired selections. All right. So herein, I have chosen it as, Bookman old style. Okay, I have chosen, or you can even go for Arhoni or Algerian also you can go. Okay, so here we shall choose this one, Arial rounded empty bold, we shall choose it. So format menu will work when you are selecting certain text. All right, now I would like to make it as an italics. Okay, you can go for the underlining. You can even increase the size of this particular paragraph, right? Okay, this is a, or else you can even specify the number. So highest is 72. So this is how you can change the size of the font. Let me take it as 18 so that you can clearly look at the content, and then you can even write, this is the how you can increase the size, and this is the option how you can directly decrease the size. You need not to manually go to the this option for font, that is font size. You can even go for increase and decrease directly here. Next is what, if you want to make it entirely in the lowercase, you can choose this, all the text becomes the lowercase, or if you make all the text you want to make it as an uppercase, you can even choose that in uppercase you can make it. All right, and then you can use for the strike through also. Say I don't want this text, you can even have an option like strike through, you can do it, and then I'll remove the strike through here. Okay, and then this is the effects, how you want the content to appear. Okay, you can even add the effects to your content. Okay, this is how you can add the effects. Fine, and then you can even give the coloring also here for the text what you are choosing. All right, you can even choose this one, and then you can even change the text color. Okay, whichever you want, you can even change the text color. That is optional. Fine. Now, so this is how you can apply for the that is all the different kinds of font options we have. Now let me show you here the subscript and the superscript here. Okay, so let me write a content over here, as take it as an enter. Okay, if you are able to see the cursor, okay, all these are options are enabled. That means I'm still under this particular formatting options. Fine. So let me have a content here as X2. All right. Now I want to make this 2 as the superscript. So just I'll remove this, I'll remove this underline and everything. Okay, I'll remove even the italics. I need to select the content first, and then remove the underline, and then remove the italics. Okay, I'll just increase the font size so that you can clearly weave it. So this too I would like to make it as a superscript. See, this is a superscript, so just select that text. All right, then what if you doesn't want to make it superscript, and what if you want to make as a subscript? Then choose this one. So you can use the directly standard, this is a formatting toolbar. This is a formatting toolbar, standard formatting toolbar, wherein you are able to access all these options just by looking the small pictures or the icons. Or else you can even go to this font dialog box. Also you have a font different dialog box. You can change here also Arial black, Okay, you can change the font, you can change the font style, you can increase the size, you have a strike through option here itself, you have double strike, you can even change the color. Okay, you can even change the color like this. All right, if you want underline style, whichever different style underline you can go for. All these are the different options, and whatever the changes you have done, just say it as okay. So this is how you can make use of the formatting standard toolbar. So these are the different kinds of formatting options. All right, next I'll just go for the Control Z. I don't want all these changes to be done, so I'll just retain the text as it was before earlier. All right, so this is how we have the original text. Okay, yeah, this is how the original text was. I just used the Control Z. Next I need to show you the paragraph. All right, so here we have an option that is a paragraph here. See, if I have to go for the paragraph, if I want to make a paragraph, click on here the paragraph. Right now it is a left justification. You can change it to the center justification. Okay, you can change it to the right, or you can even make the justified. Now let me select the text and then show you the changes. So I'm selecting this content, go for the paragraph. Otherwise directly these are the standard toolbars you are having here, these. Okay, you can choose it here, center, right justification, or if you want the complete justification. Usually in the textbooks and magazines and all, they will have the complete justify. That means both the left and right indentations will be the correct ones. So this is how you have. Otherwise you can even go to the paragraph dialog box. You have a justified here. You can make it as left justified also. When you click on left justified and okay, you can see the changes here. Apart from this, so usually we prefer to keep it in our notes when we are providing, okay, textbooks, all they go for the justification. What if I want to increase the left indentation? Please observe here towards the left indentation. You can increase the size. Can you see the preview box here? It is showing you the immediate changes it is showing you. This is how you can increase the left indentation, and just say okay. Can you see the difference? I've increased the left indentation. Similarly, you can even increase the right indentation also, the similar 0.5 or 0.6, same as I'll give it as, and click on to the okay. See, 0.6. Can you see here the ruler? So both left and right I have have an indentation to the 0.6 here. Now apart from this, what are the different kinds of options? I'll remove this indentation to show you the different kinds of other options here. I'll keep the text to be as justified. I'll keep it here, and then here we have an by option. That means you want to have an paragraph. Look at the preview here, how much, to what level you want to have the paragraph. I'm re-showing here. See how much space you want for creating a paragraph, by how much points you want to make a paragraph. So I'll take it as 0.5. all right, and you'll just say as okay. Can you see? This is how the paragraph is being created. Clear? And then some other options over here in the paragraph. What about the spacing? Okay, so let me show you the spacing. First I'll select this content, this much content I'll be selecting. So before the paragraph and after the paragraph, how much spacing you want, please look in the preview box also. Okay, before the paragraph, how much spacing you need. So I'll just increase this 6. I'll keep it. Can you see the difference here? And after the paragraph it is 10. I'll reduce it to the 6 again. Okay, and just click on to the okay. Can you see the difference just now? I'll increase it and show you so that you can. So I shall make it as 12 here, and I'll just make it 12 here. Now see, before the paragraph, this is 12 point difference. All this changes. You can even set the spacing before the paragraph and after the. What about the line spacing here? So it has kept it as 1.5. I want to increase it for the single lines or double lines. Okay, double lines I'll be taking it, and I'll just increase the size. Can you see in the preview box it is increasing, and just click OK. Can you see the line spacing also you can set in the paragraph box, dialog box. Clear? So these are the different kinds of options we are having. Next, what in case of the tabs actually? How does the tabs will help you to? Now, here I'll just create one, table of content page I'll create you, and I'll show you how the tab will be stopping. Okay. So here I have just created one dummy page that is with a table of contents. So here I would like to set a tabs. So how exactly the tabs will look at here? Please concentrate here. So I'll just have a enter here. So I'm going to tell you that overview of computers is a chapter which starts at the page number 2. Input, output and memory devices starts at page number 4. Data representation, it starts at the page number 6. I'm just showing you this. This is as a dummy table of contents how you can create. So I'll first give the bullets here. All right, so I'll just give the numbering bullets, this kind of bullets I'm going to give. All right, now here and what happens, you place the cursor over here and then go to the paragraph. I want all this 2, 4, 6 page number to be appearing at a specific tab. Okay, there I want. So I'll go for the paragraph option here and I'll be clicking on to the tabs option here. When you click at the tabs option here, you can specify the number at what tab you want for. But before to that, you will have to change the tab here. It is a left tab. I'll change it to the right tab until the right tab comes. Once you click on here, see right now I'm having to the right tab, means your text is moving towards the right tab. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to go for the paragraph option and then click on to the tabs. Here you mention at what position you want to stop your tab. So I want to stop it to the 6th position. So click on to the number as 6. All right, and then go for set and just click on OK. So place our cursor here and then click on to the tab. It's jumping to the 6th. So I'll just do that, undo. Look at here, your ruler, this is 4, this is 5 and this is 6. So click on to the tab here. 2 has been placed correctly on to the 6th position in your ruler. So I've set my tab to jump to at the 6th position. Similarly, if you want this 4 also to jump at the at the 6th position, again go to the paragraph. Okay, go for the tabs here. All right, mention the tab at which position you want to make your tab to jump at. So give the tab stops position at 6 here and then set and click on to the OK. So here it tab, see it's moving on to the 6. Similarly, do it for this particular page also. Okay, so again I'll give, you can change the events position also. What if you want to make it to the 5th? Usually we will not do it, but just for your purpose I'm just showing you. So click on to the tab. If you can see, this is the 5 and this is the 6. This is how you can set the tab. I hope you are able to understand. Okay, now what if you want the dot leaders in the tab? Okay, what if you want to have a dot leaders? So what I'm going to do is I'll show you what are the dot leaders. So again go to the tab over here, the tabs option here. So I'll just go for the clear all. Now I want to make my tab to jump at the 3rd position here, and then I would like to use the dot leaders here. Okay, and then just go for the set and click OK. So here I'll click on to the tab. Okay, so I have just removed the numbering there. So once again I'll be showing you how to have a dot leaders. So in the paragraphs, as I said, in the tabs, I've set the tab position at 3 and I've chosen the dot leaders to be appearing in this way, and then click on set and then click on to the OK option here. Here my cursor is positioning, and when I click onto the tab, see to the 3rd position I got the dot leaders. Okay, this is mostly extensively used in the table of contents. Similarly, you can have a different tab leaders also. Whenever the table of contents, if you observe in your textbooks, these such kinds of dots are being used. Okay, this kind of dots I'll be using. At the tab stops position 3 only I'll set it and click OK and OK. So when I click onto the tab, Can you see? This is how you can have the tab leaders. I hope students you are able to understand. Now we shall go to the, that is, borders and shading. So let us go to the text where we had written it earlier here. This is the text. We're going to go for the borders and the shading here. Okay, now how we can apply the borders and shading? See, you can select the text only to this. If you want to apply for the borders and shadings, you can go for. So we have the options in the page layout, or else here only also we are having. So at the last options we have the borders and shading. Here also you have an option. Otherwise under the page layout also you have this particular option, but here it's a page border. So in the home tab itself we shall go for the borders and shading here. So you can apply the borders and shading only to the selected content. So I'll take it as a box here, and then you can choose a different style, what border style you would like to apply for that one. I'll choose this one. You can even choose the color, what kind of a color borders you would like to give it for. I'll take it as a red, and you can even increase the thickness of it. Okay, and then if you want for the shading, you can go for the shading also here. I'll just take a very light blue, fine, and just click on to the OK. Can you see the changes? The borders thickness I have given very lightly, I have given. So if you want, I can even increase it and show you the thickness here. I'll take it with the 2.5. all right, and then click on to the OK. Can you see the changes, the borders? Now what if you want to apply the changes to the entire page? When you want to apply the border, then you can go for the page borders there, borders sharing. Okay, you can go for the page border option here. I'll choose it as a box here, but this time I'm going to use the thickness border and choose a different color, navy blue. I'll take it, and the point, if you want, you can increase it or decrease it, that's left to you. And just if you want for the shading, you can just go for the 5%, how much ever color you want. If you can go for the even darkness also, I'll take it as a gray. I'll take it. Okay, and just click on to the OK. This was the border. It has been applied to your entire document. I hope you are able to understand this. Fine. Okay, we shall move on to the next option, that is the bullets. How to add the bullets? Now look at this one. I want to add the bullets to this particular paragraph. I want to add the bullets. Then you can just click on to this particular bullets option. We have a different, if you want the this kinds of images, if you want to have this bullets, you can go for this kind of bullets. Okay, all right, we have, so you can click on to this marks. You have a bullet here, fine. If you want to add the bullets to this also, just click. Okay, you can have the bullets like this. Okay, what if I want to have the bullets in the form of numbering? You can choose any kind of numbering. Can you see a different formats? That's up to you. You can choose this one. Now let me show you. You can also define your own bullets. You can see these are the actually images bullets. Now you want to have your own you want to define your own new bullet. You want to go for define a new bullet. Okay, whether you want it in a form of symbol, you want to make a bullet, or you want to make a picture. You have a different kinds of pictures over here. So I'll take this one. Okay, and just click on to the OK. Okay, so just click on to the OK. Can you see you got an pictures as an bullets? Now what if you want to make the symbol to be as a bullet? So click on desired symbol which you want to make it as a bullet. Okay, I'll take this one as a bullet. Okay, then if you say it OK, you can even change the symbol. You can make it as bold. You can increase its size. All right, you can increase its size. Fine. If you want it coloring, you can give a coloring to it. Okay, and then just say as OK. See, you can have your own different kinds of bullets you can have. I hope children you are able to understand. Clear? Okay, next I'll show you how to have the columns. Let me bring back my document as before it was. All right, so this was my original document. Now how to add the columns, how to make the columns, how to create a columns in your document. You need to select your entire content of your document. Okay, so herein we have under the page layout, we have the columns options. Herein we have the columns options. Clear? So you want to make one, it is now in the by default it will be in one column. What if you want to make it 2 columns? You want to make it 3 columns, left columns, or more columns? That is left to you. Okay, 2 columns, if I say, you can see the preview. Okay, 3 columns, you can see the preview. When I say 2 columns, number of columns and how much spacing you want between the 2 columns, that is, it is specified here. Okay, if you want, you can increase or decrease it, or just save it as it is and just click on to the OK options. Can you see how many columns we have? 2 columns. What if you want to make it 3 columns? Similarly, you can go for 3 columns. And you can, if you want to reduce the space between these columns, that manually you can set it here. You can increase the spacing, you can increase the spacing, you can even decrease the spacing, and just click onto the OK. I've increased the spacing there. So this is how you can add the columns to your document. I hope, student, all the different options what we have discussed in this video class is it's clear. So in our next video class, we shall discuss with the different kinds of formatting. Thank you, students. Take care of yourself.